Yo, what's up everybody? It's me, WDMichael, and in today's YouTube video, we're going to be learning a little bit more about the Pokemon trading card game. More specifically, we're going to be learning a little bit about these build and battle boxes, which I have a lot of fun using and I've used in the past at live events. And I want to talk about how you can utilize these in a couple of different ways, and very specifically in live events, because they will be returning here to the Pokemon game here very, very shortly. Yo, and if you like this kind of content, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell so you can get notified when I drop more videos just like this one. This video is also sponsored by Elite Pokebox. I have worked with Elite Pokebox for a little over a year now, and I absolutely love them. They are an amazing company. They make sure that I get all the product that I need to create tutorial videos and open Pokemon cards for you on this YouTube channel. So big thank you to them. I really appreciate it. I couldn't do it without you guys. All right, and here is the actual product. These are the build and battle boxes. This one's from Silver Tempest, which is one of the newest sets, and you can get these right now on the Elite Pokebox website. They are fantastic product, and they've got a couple of different uses, and that's why I really wanted to talk about this product first, because there are a lot of fun ways you can utilize these decks, or at least these boxes. So basically, there's two different ways. One, this is a build and battle, so you're going to be able to build a 40 card deck out of this. You can get two of these, you know, say you get one of these and you get another one, and you and your friend can actually make your own decks right on the spot and battle with each other and have like this really nice kind of refreshing battle without a pre-made deck or anything like that. It's like a brand new experience right off the bat. You two can go at it and just, you know, have a good battle. The other really big option with these, and what's really popular, at least what I've used these the most in, is during pre-release events. So whenever Pokemon releases a brand new product for their Pokemon TCG, like a new set, like this one, Silver Tempest, they will generally have a pre-release event where those Pokemon cards will actually get released early on in the set, and allow players to play with them early and also get the cards earlier than when the actual release date is. And so you will get a box like this when you go to a pre-release event, and basically what you'll end up doing is you will make a deck right there, and then you will basically fight the other people in that tournament, and if you win, you end up usually getting cards or packs from that actual new set. So it's really cool, and something that I've enjoyed doing at my local card shop, and I wanted to make sure, since the live events are coming back, that we kind of talk about it in case there's anybody who doesn't really know what to do with these kind of events or how to build a deck out of these build and battle boxes. So let's make a deck and see what we get out of this. So inside of these boxes, you are going to notice there's going to be 2 packs, I believe, as well as a almost like a little pre-made set. So all these build and battle boxes are not the same. There's always going to be a couple different like pre-made sections for the cards, and there'll be like 3 or 4 of them, depending on what's in the set, and different like combinations that they have. A lot of sets will have specific combinations that they utilize, like a grass and psychic deck, and there's a lot of Pokemon in there that fit well with that. So you end up seeing a lot of those. And so first off, you're also going to notice that this is actually a deck box, so you can use this when you're playing at the previous events to kind of keep everything together so you don't lose them. So deck box is open. We do get some rules and information. You get your pre-made, so this is what I was talking about, where you get kind of like a pre-made pack of cards that'll kind of give you a core to your deck. And so that's what this is. And you also get a promo card with an actual stamp on it of the new set, which is really cool. And then you actually get 4 packs. I'm sorry, I thought it was 2 for some reason, but you get 4 packs to actually take from these packs and put them into this deck to make yourself a team. So it's really cool. So let's first off, actually, I don't know if there's anything in this one at the moment. I think this is just more or less a... Oh no, there's building tips. Let's go. Awesome. Let's take a look at this. So get ready to build and battle with the Pokemon TCG Sword and Shield Silver Tempest expansion. Here's some tips and guidelines to get you started. The build and battle box includes a ready-to-play 40 card deck featuring one of the exclusive foil promo cards and your booster packs from the Sword and Shield Silver Tempest expansion. You can use the deck as is, or you can enhance it using the cards from your booster packs, as well as basic energy cards. So a lot of times when you're at a pre-release event, they'll usually have a box with a bunch of energy cards, because you're not going to get a ton of energy cards to actually make a deck usually out of these. So they'll usually have those for you, and that's what I think that means right there. But make sure that your deck still has exactly 40 cards after your changes have been made. You also play with 4 prize cards instead of the usual 6. So they are shorter games. They don't last as long. They're not the full 6 card decks, 6 prize cards. They do cut them down a little bit to save on time of these pre-release events. First thing is, you're going to open your 4 booster packs, see what cards you get. You can find a Pokemon V. Pokemon Beasts are other powerful cards you add to your deck. In a pre-release event, I will be honest with you, a V card that works well with your deck is a very strong thing to have, and has absolutely ruined me in some of these pre-release events. So if you end up pulling a V card and it works with your deck, I would highly suggest using it. V-Star or other powerful cards to add to your deck. Just remember that Pokemon V-Star evolution Pokemon, so you need the corresponding Pokemon V to put them into your play. And yeah, so the V-Star are an evolution card, and you have to have a V to get them. So if you don't get the combination, don't put the V-Star in there, because you're never going to be able to get it off. And so V-Stars are really hard to use in pre-release events, just because, like you said, you do have to get a Pokemon V card just to even utilize it. So a lot of the times, like, I've actually pulled, I think, 3 V-Star cards out of my pre-release packs, and I've been able to use none of them. So it will happen, and you just kind of got to make it through. This is the fun part about these decks, because you really have to kind of utilize what you got. Each Pokemon V-Star has a special attack ability known as a V-Star power. You can only use 1 V-Star power during the entire game. Use it at the right moment. A V-Star power can be a game changer. Very true. Try to focus on a few evolution change to build your deck around. Usually it's a good idea to play as many copies of your chosen basic Pokemon and its evolutions as you can. So yeah, there's usually, like, you'll build a core. So like in one of the last ones I did, it was the Reboot line. So I had just Cinderace, Reboot, and I had all of them, and it was because that was my big kind of go-to card. It was the building card for the deck. And so we'll kind of get into that. There's gonna be cards where you're trying to build them up as you prepare, and there's gonna be other cards that be kind of stally basic cards that you're gonna kind of have in the way while you're getting everything in the back end ready. And so hopefully we'll see that in these decks. Include as many trainers as you can. They're important for gaining advantage over your opponent. Just be careful not to include trainer cards that have no effect in your deck. This is so true. Trainer cards are super valuable in these decks because they help you with card draw. They help you with getting the cards that you need. They can help you get out of sticky situations. They're very good. So you gotta make sure that you have enough of them, but don't have too many of them. And then also make sure that they actually work well with your deck, because if you're having trainer cards that don't work well with the deck, then there's no point in having them, and it's a struggle. So you gotta find that really nice synergy. Energy cards are crucial for powering up your Pokemon, so make sure you have around 13 to 16 in your deck. Try to select only 2 or 3 energy types, or you might not be able to find the types you need during the games. Very true. I really like that number. I generally stick to around 12 to 14, so 13, 16 isn't really too far off of what I would normally do. It's a very solid energy for this kind of a format, so definitely like those numbers. And also, yes, doing 5 different energies in a deck is going to be rough. Like, I would really try to stick to 2, 3 at most if you have a really strong combination with them and you can pull it off. Otherwise, I would stick to 2, and if you can, just 1. 2 seems to be a really good fit for these pre-release events though. In the build and battle format, the normal limit of 4 cards with the same name doesn't apply. For example, if you have 5 copies of Litten, you can use all of them. You're still limited to only 1 Radiant Pokemon per deck though. So that is a really cool addition to this. So normally in a 60 card deck, you would only be able to have 4 of the same Pokemon card in that deck. In these pre-release events, you can have more than 4. You actually have 5, 6 of the same Pokemon. So that is a big change and something you should definitely keep in mind when you're building one of these decks. And yes, also very true, you can only have 1 V-Star in a deck. So definitely don't be trying to dump 2 or 3 in there. It will not work for you, and you'll probably end up getting disqualified. So yeah, this is a really helpful rule sheet. If you're ever curious and you pick up one of these and you just need a little bit of help in guiding you, open this thing up. Don't throw it away. It'll help you get ready and get you started in this. All right, so I guess the first thing that we'll go ahead and do is let's open up our packs, see what we actually end up getting into it, and then we'll see what's in our pre-made our deck packs over here in our little pre-made 40 card deck. So let's open up this one first. Let's see what we get. Hopefully we get some good ones. I'm not gonna lie, I've literally pulled some really nice cards out of these pre-release ones. I remember pulling a Rainbow V-Star, a Rainbow Radiant V-Star or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was the Arceus card, and it was insane. And I remember also pulling the Calyrex. Like, I pulled a lot of really cool cards, and the worst part about it, I've never been able to actually use any of them in the pre-release event because they've always been V-Star, and I haven't had the actual like combination to go with it. I mean, it's cool to pull them, but I've been at a huge disadvantage. I was never actually able to use them. Yo, Sandygast. Awesome card. Hey, what? We got an upside down card. Let's go. Litten. We got a reverse holo Venonat and a Braviary. Nice. One of the things we'll definitely be looking for is trainer cards and cards that can help us out. If you don't get any like solid trainer cards out of the 4 packs that you pull, it can be a little hard to find some that are actually going to work for you. I've noticed I had a couple pre-release events where I got almost like no trainer cards out of my packs, and so I was literally just stuck with what was in here, and it definitely made my life a lot harder. So you're definitely hoping you get at least a few You know, trainer cards out of these packs will definitely help you out. And it looks like we might have gotten lucky and had a nice hit in the back here. Wallace, draw 3 cards. Your opponent may draw a card. If they do, draw 1 more card. That's actually a really nice draw card, and probably something I would use in a pre-release event for sure. I like that card. That's a really good trainer card. Chameco, Fennekin, Spinarak, Beldum, V-Guard Energy. All right, so we've got a special energy. Special energies can be really helpful in these events because they can give you a really solid boost. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon provides a normal energy, the Pokemon this card is attached to takes 30 less damage or attacks your opponent's Pokemon B after applying weakness. This would be really, really good in a previous event. It gives you normal energy, and it also gives you a little bit of a damage reduction from V cards. So if you do go up against a deck that has a V Pokemon, this could definitely help you out in getting rid of it. Awesome. Really like this energy. Solid reverse holo. Whoa! Wow. Okay. So that was a really cool hit. Reggie Drago is an absolutely fantastic Pokemon. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous card. I'm baffled. This is absolutely fantastic. I don't know if this is a V card, so it's something that we could definitely use. I don't know if it's gonna be able to be used with the actual deck that we have, but seeing as we have a Rapidash, we have fire, we've got at least one portion of it, so we've got a fire grass. This could end up being something that we would be able to utilize in that pre-release deck, which would actually be a first for me, and even like playing an event, so that's pretty cool. But a really, really amazing pull. Love that card. Wow, what a gorgeous card. We'll take a look at the actual abilities here and see if it's actually, I'm shaking a little bit. All right, so its ability, Celestial Roar. Discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If any of those cards or energy cards attacked into this Pokemon, really, really nice way to boost up a bunch of energy really, really quickly and get this Pokemon ready to roll. Love that. That is amazing. Dragon Laser, 130 attack, also does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. In a pre-release event like this, where a lot of Pokemon are going to be weaker, I feel like this would be a really, really powerful card, and if I could use it, I 1000% would. Wow, really, really awesome. That's a good one. And the fact that its energy boost is a single normal energy, so you can basically just put anything on it and get a, you know, hopefully an energy boost. That is awesome. What a card. All right, we got that fire, Sunflora, Primordial Altar. Once during each player's turn, that player may look at the top card of their deck. They may discard that card. That's a really nice card to shuffle through and get cards that you actually really need. That could definitely be useful in a short match event like this. The quicker you can get the cards that you need, the better. So that actually might be a really good card in this kind of event. Togedemaru, nice. Love that art. Ooh, we got a Jinx. Nice. Let's go. And an Articuno, another holo rare. All right. And for our final card, our pack, we got 2 black codes. That was actually really cool. We got, oh my gosh, we got 3. Wow. We just got a really good build and battle box. This was really nice. Had some fire pulls. It was like, hey, we're pulling this to see just pull and get good card pulls, I guess. What the heck? Goldbat, Meowstic, Gym Trainer. Draw 2 cards. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, draw 2 cards. Another great card draw. We're getting some really good trainers in these packs. It'll definitely help us out if we are lacking in the pre-made deck. So that's awesome. Yo, let's go. We got a Druddigon. Oh, that's a fantastic card, by the way. Gorgeous artwork. And wow. I'm like blown away. This has been I can't even talk. This has been a fantastic opening. Wow, what a fantastic card. And then for our final card, we got an Unknown V. Wow. Okay, so like as far as a build and battle box, this is, I'll be honest with you, this is the best pulls I've ever had. As far as just like multiple pulls, like I pulled a couple of really good single pulls and I've never been able to use them. This is wow, this is really good. These are some crazy pulls. My hand's still shaking because I'm baffled. Wow. All right, so now that we pulled all that fire, let's see what our actual deck has in it, because that could be, I mean, we could end up seeing, so if you see here, we've got a fire water, we have a fire grass. Depending on how this actual deck is, it could really determine which one of these we end up actually being able to use, if anything. So let me open it if I can. It is super sealed. Where's the tab at? I'm throwing. Okay, open this bad boy up. Oh, come on. Yo, don't judge me. All right. So let's put this here. All right, so now we've got our pre-made deck with our awesome Silver Tempest logo. So let's see what we got. We got a Rapidash. We got fire. Let's get rid of all the energies. Got a bunch of fire. So it's a psychic fire. Let's go. So that means we do have the option of utilizing our unknown here, possibly, which would be really good. So the unknown's got Shady Stamp. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Really good single target, or really good early game move with 1 psychic energy, 30 damage. And then victory symbol, 3 energy. If you use this attack when you have only 1 prize card remaining, you win the game. I mean, fantastic. I mean, that's a really, in a pre-release event, great card. Fantastic pull. And the fact that we've got psychic definitely makes that an easy plug at this moment in time. So we got some Ralts, Corellia, Gardevoir. So our big combo is psychic at the moment, or at least one of our big combos is psychic. We've got some trainer cards, and then we have our other fire Pokemon. We've got Ninetales, Vulpix, Rapidash. Okay, so just a bunch of evolutions like that, like that. Yeah, perfect. So I think what I will end up doing, so because we don't actually have any grass energy, the Regidrago probably won't end up getting utilized in this deck. We will end up using the unknown because it is a psychic Pokemon, and that is basically what we have here for the deck. The Druddigon will also not be used because we're not going to be using water, so those two are nicked out. Let's see if there's any other Pokemon that would have actually fit with this kind of a deck. So that means what at the moment what we would end up being looking for is either psychic, fire, or normal Pokemon that could end up helping with the deck. And so let's see. So Fletchling, not really help. Fanfy, no. Dreepy is a psychic Pokemon. We'll kind of leave it aside. I don't know what other cards we got, so we'll just kind of keep it there just in case. Probably not going to use it, but Baneri, probably not going to use. Rotom, we will not use. A Gym Trainer, we'll keep that up here. Meowstic, another psychic. We've got Golbat, won't be using that energy. Articuno is not going to be used. All right, Jinx, so another psychic Pokemon. I wonder if it'll be used. Selfish Lips, so this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon V. Your opponent can't take any prize cards for it. That's actually really nice. That's a decent ability. And Psychic Assault, it does 10 plus. This attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. That's not bad. So that's a decent Pokemon that could totally be used if we need to. Ferroseed, not going to be used. Togedemaru, Hawlucha, Growlithe, and Vulpix. So Growlithe we won't be using just because I don't believe we have any Arcanine, but I'll keep it here. Vulpix, this is actually one that we do have in the deck, so we'll keep it as well. Dedenne, Primordial Altar, Sunflora can go. Here we got our energy, so we'll put this over with our trainers as well. Spinarak, Fennekin, I don't think we'll be using a Fennekin at all just because we don't have any of the Pokemon for it, so we'll just leave the Fennekin there, right? Yeah, Rapidash and Vulpix. Okay, so we don't need that one. Chimecho, we'll leave this one here. Feebas, Wallace, Venomoth, Corellia, energy. Oh, I don't know why I was trying to put it over there. Venonat, Bravery, Litten, Spinarak, we got another Vulpix, Sandygast, Growlithe, Crapshing Aroma. We got more Peko and a Quadstone. So one thing that I would really suggest if you are in a previous event, because there is a timed kind of a situation, you don't have forever to build these decks. What I really like to do is I like to organize the decks out just right off the bat. Know what I have, know what I'm working with, what the bulk of my deck is working with, and then just get rid of everything else that you know just you're not going to use. Like all these cards are not going to be able to use a wrong typing, or I don't have any evolutions for them, they just don't fit in the deck. So now I know that all these Pokemon and all these cards can go away. I don't have to worry about them. And so now I'm a little more focused on what we actually do end up having. So that is just my big tip for it, and it's something I've helped with my daughter when she's doing these events, because sometimes it can be a little bit daunting just having this mass amount of cards and be like, okay, I've got a time limit, I've got to make a deck out of this really quick. Finding ways to remove as much time and clutter out of your way as possible can help you out in getting these set up correctly, because the quicker you get them done with, you can actually practice a little bit and kind of shuffle and start really figuring out your deck. If you're spending the entire time building the deck and right as the round starts you just finish your deck, you've had no time to practice or check it out and just, you know, like play test a little bit. So getting them built really fast, crucial. Let's start off with our, we can put all of our trainers up here. What do we want to start with? Do you want to start with the fire Pokemon or the psychic? So obviously we know that we're going to be having the unknown in the team. This is going to be here. It's going to be our 1V card for the deck. We at the moment have Ralts. So we have 3 Ralts. We have 2 Corellia. And then we have 2 Gardevoirs. We also have what looks to be 2 Vulpix, 2 Ninetales, 2 Ponyta, and 2 Rapidash. Pull this over so we can actually see them all. At the moment, this deck is a little bit fire heavy. So it seems like fire is kind of our main typing. So I just want to go over the moves and abilities to see what's actually useful and if we need to remove a particular one just to help later on with adding, like, you know, unknown or something like that. So we have with the Vulpix, we have jump on, flip a coin. This attack does 20 more damage. Ninetales. So this is a very easy evolution. You have a Vulpix with low energy cost, and you have a Ninetales with low energy cost. Hypnotic Gaze, your opponent's active Pokemon while asleep. Great move. During your opponent's next turn, the Pokemon can attack 120. That's actually really cool. I like this Ninetales. It does a decent amount of damage for almost no energy, and there's no like breaks. You don't have to take a pause or anything like that. This seems like a really solid duo here. Ponyta, 2 energy takedown. This Pokemon also does 10 damage to itself, so a little bit more damage. We're also doing damage to ourselves. Now with Rapidash here, it's got an ability. Heat Boost. Once during your turn, you may discard a fire energy card from your hand in order to use this ability. During this turn, your fire Pokemon attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. So this is definitely a boost to our fire Pokemon in general. Specifically, I'm thinking with the Ninetales. So it looks like we've definitely got some really solid options in the fire category. We've got a really low cost like a cannon here, and then we've got a almost like a supporty helper fire Pokemon, so I like that combo. Now we've got our Ralts. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon attacks. During the opponent's next turn, this Pokemon can't use that attack. Now we also have Corellia. Refinement ability. You must discard a card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw 2 cards. Awesome. I love that. Being able to draw cards is crucial in these kind of game formats. And then refinement. You must discard a card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw 2 cards. So it keeps going all the way up into Gardevoir. So you can actually draw a ton of cards with these Pokemon. So this is a really good drawing, as well as giving you a psychic kind of a boost help. So this is really, really cool. I like, man, this is a really good option as far as what we're using here. So what do we got? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 16 Pokemon. And we're broken up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's even right across the board. So if we were going to go with, say, 14 energy, so there's 6. And 7. I need another psychic energy. Hold on, where do I have one? Sure, I've got one down here. All right, the Boxo energy. Where's the psychic one? All right. So at the moment we've got 7 and 7, so 14 energy. We have 16 Pokemon, so we're sitting at 30 cards total. So we need another 10 cards. Out of those, I think one of them wanted to be where did okay. The Fog Crystal is a really strong Pokemon card. Specifically for this one. I really like this one, and I think this would definitely be an amazing item to use in this deck. Definitely going to be utilizing that one. Quadstone. Numerous 4 Quadstone cards at once. Oh, wow. If you used 1 card, heal 10 damage from your active Pokemon. If you use 4 cards, heal all damage from each of your Pokemon. Okay, I don't have 4 of these, and basically what we end up doing is healing 10 damage. That one is going to be unusable, so we will not be using that one. Capturing Aroma. Flip a coin if head, search your deck for an evolution Pokemon, reveal it and put it in your hand. If tails, search your deck for base Pokemon, reveal it and put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. That is really nice. It's nice just you get a Pokemon, and if you need an evolution card, that could definitely be utilized. Draw 3 cards. Wallace, an amazing one. V-Guard Energy. I like this one a lot, so we're actually bump ourselves up to 15 energy. Primordial Altar. This is a possibility. I'm going to leave this one to the side just in case we don't have what we need. Gym Trainer, an absolutely great card draw. We will definitely be using that one. So far we've added 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have 5 more open, what I can tell. Search deck for up to 3 evolution Pokemon that don't have a rule box. Rule them and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Pokemon V, Pokemon GX that have rule boxes. 3 evolution Pokemon that don't have rule boxes. I don't know if we're going to actually be using this one. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards. Professor Research, absolutely amazing card. Bug Catcher, and also another really good card draw. Once during each player's turn, that player may attach a fire energy card from their discard pile to one of their bench fire Pokemon. If the player is attached to Pokemon this way, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. Yeah, Magma Basin, great card for a fire deck. I'd definitely be using that one. Ultra Ball, you can use this card only if you discard 2 other cards from your hand. Search your deck for Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Also could be really well because we're going to be using the Magma Basin. We're going to be discarding cards. I feel like discarding cards, then pulling them back with a couple of these other moves are going to be just fine. So an Ultra Ball isn't going to be an issue. Another trainer card to draw a card. Draw cards. You have 1 more card in your hand than your opponent. Fantastic. I love that. We also have another Capturing Aroma. So let's take a look what we ended up having here and how many cards we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think we can get rid of this other Capturing Aroma. And I think that might actually be it. Let's just do a double check and see what we got. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And we also have 16 Pokemon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we now have a completed 40 card deck for a pre-release event. And honestly, that was a really good one because we got a deck that worked really well with one of the V cards we got, and probably one of the better V cards that we got. So that was actually a really awesome one, and to show just how lucky, or like how lucky you can get in building just a really good deck at one of these pre-release events, just by what you pull out of your card. So wow, Unknown, fantastic. I love that card. Being able to use Shade Stamp and then also Victory Symbol can give you a late game win at one of these tournaments. Love that. The Gardevoir line getting you all those card draws. We got that Rapidash line giving boost to your fire Pokemon and energy help. Ponyta, nice solid starting option. Ninetales is just absolutely cheap cannon to get you that damage out. Got that Vulpix. Corellia with more card draw. We got Ralts. I mean, this is actually, I like this deck. I played with a couple of these before, and I've really disliked some of the ones that I got. This is one of the ones where I'd come in and I'd be like, I'm comfortable with this. I really like everything about this deck. This is really cool. Zisu, amazing card draw. Ultra Ball, we can actually go and target pick something that we need out of our deck. Magma Basin gives us a boost to actually our discarded fire energy, getting them back. Bug Catcher, another amazing card draw. Professor's Research can help you out in a bad situation. Capture Aroma helps us get Pokemon that we need, depending on the role. Gym Trainer, another amazing card draw. Wallace, card draw. Fog Crystal, another way to get some psychic energy. Overall, our trainer combo was fantastic. So yeah, I would definitely use this deck at a pre-release event, and I don't know, hopefully get some packs and win. Thank you so much for coming out to my YouTube video. I really do appreciate all the love and support. And I hope this information was helpful for you and you're able to take this into your next local card shop pre-release event and absolutely dominate any of your competition. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Keep training, gamers, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace!